What are we calling this? Is this a podcast?
Red. It's Clash. Yeah.
Good morning, everyone. This is Red Sox Clash. We are the mods of the r/Clash of Clans subreddit. This is a podcast that we do. There's always new faces here, so I always feel like I gotta do that little intro. Spencer, how you doing today?
I just woke up. I can't wait to go back to sleep after I record this.
Dude, I can't do that, man. Like, I can't. Like, once I'm up for the day, I'm pretty much up. But, Liam, how are you this fine summer morning?
I'm great. Thanks for asking. Yeah, it was very hot, and now it seems like there's a storm rolling in. But other than that, great.
We got a lot to get through. Sam's not going to make it here today, but he did want to send in a little message for us. So I'll be editing that into the recorded version, and then we can get started.
Hey guys, this month's Dark theme has been very, very interesting so far. The new theme is a theme that has never been really explored in Clash of Clans before. The new scenery is very dark and dimsy, which helps with my depression because it reminds me what I am. The new events that are coming out soon will be exciting. I'm definitely going to get the Butcher skin because that skin for the King is amazing. All the skins for the Dark Age are actually proper cool, and everyone is now gooning to the Showtime champion for obvious reasons because she looks amazing. They brought back Controllable Heroes. Obviously, it's not much to do with a month, but it's very nice that they've brought back Controllable Heroes because that was a very, very fun time when that was coming out. That was a vibe, man. Proper good vibe. They've also put in the news tab that there's going to be deck collectors now, which they're basically going to be like TV licensed people in real life, which is fun. There are new season challenges with the Dark Crown equipment. Oh, they're adding that. Oh, that's cool. I don't know what that does. Definitely don't know what that does. And then they're adding a Dark Medal event, which hopefully they'll add some 3x3 decorations because I have an addiction. They got some deck collectors, some new troops. They're changing the resource storages. I have no idea what they're going to do with that. I'm worried about the poor sneaky goblin people that are going to have to do that. And on June 18th and 30th, they're adding a Melik Super Deco Arise. Now, I don't know how it's super, but I hope it's another clan event because that WWE clan event was absolute vibe, and I hope they do that. And obviously, they had to ruin it by adding the Goblin Builder back. Now, luckily, I've got that 3x3 storage with the Goblin Builder, so I can make sure he knows what it is. And then clan games, which are always stressful because my clan moans at me that I'm not doing them quick enough, even though I'm trying my best. So the King Butcher skin's amazing. I hope they add a new 3x3 decoration. The new skins for the whole season, the whole theme is on point and very depressing. Hopefully the classic scenery becomes more black than it actually is in the first place. But I'm enjoying this season very much at the moment. It's a vibe. I will catch you guys next time. Bye-bye.
All right, probably the biggest piece of non-game news that I wanted to go through is Clash is getting a TV show. Are you guys excited?
I'm psyched. Sounds very fun.
Where was this during the height of Clash? Like 2015, 2016, when we were begging them for Clash of Clans movie.
They didn't have the money for that back then.
Yeah, it does kind of feel like they missed the boat a little bit with, the peak at Clash, but it's not like it's, a washed IP now.
Oh yeah, still very popular, but
so we don't actually know too much about it, really. Like, there's 2 seconds of animation. You can kind of see the animation style, and we know the showrunner and the head writer. That's kind of it right now. Have you guys looked into anything about those guys yet?
No, nothing yet.
I read that the guy created the original Clash of Clans shorts back in the day.
The showrunner is a guy by the name of Fletcher Moles. I don't know how to say his name. I'm probably gonna mess it up. It's Moules. So his credits as a director are going to be two things you've never heard of, and then one thing that we've all seen. So something called Agent Elvis, no clue what that is. And then another thing called Enter Galactic, also no idea. But then what he did direct that we've seen is on IMDb, it was called Clash of Clans Revenge, a short. And do you guys recognize that name?
Not at all.
No, doesn't ring a bell.
That was him directing Academy Award-winning actor Liam Neeson in that Super Bowl commercial all those years ago.
Oh my gosh.
I love it now. Whoever he is, I respect him.
So then he's also done like other Clash-related stuff. It might not be on his IMDb profile for all the different like, because yeah, like I think I had seen you, Spencer, say that he had directed like a bunch of the shorts and stuff. Like I don't know if that was the Clash-O-Rama or whatever.
No, it was the old ones, the full 3D animation ones.
Oh, okay, yeah. So
The
like
good
at
ones.
least experience with Clash in general.
Yeah, I mean, if anyone should make it, sounds like it should be this guy, right?
Yeah. The head writer is a guy named Ron Weiner, or it might be Weiner. I don't know. It's one of those two. Like people pronounce it differently. So Ron here, he has a lot of credits as a writer and an executive producer. And this is what's actually getting me excited for the show a little bit. Because at first I was like, who cares? It's Clash on Netflix. How good could it really be? I enjoy like animation normally. So, but also like Clash. But looking up this guy's credit, he was a producer on 104 of the 139 episodes of 30 Rock. And he wrote 11 of
Don't
them.
know what that is.
Yeah, you
Don't
don't
know
know
what
30
that
Rock?
is.
I've heard of it through Rick.
Minute for minute, 30 Rock is probably the funniest show that's ever been made.
Never heard of it.
That is like Tina Fey and Tracy Morgan in like a fake kind of SNL thing. Alec Baldwin is in it too. It went for like 6 or 7 seasons.
I just added it to my list again.
Yeah, no, 30 Rock's great. It's a sitcom, like 20-minute regular, like kind of normal TV comedy, and it's hilarious. He also produced most of Silicon Valley, which you guys probably would have heard of, right?
I love that show. Great show, yeah.
Never heard of that.
Silicon
should
Valley
watch
was HBO. Like I guarantee you would have seen clips at least like on TikTok, because there's scenes that get passed around a lot. Like the whole when they come up with middle out and they're talking about doing dirty stuff that we won't repeat here. All right, so he also wrote and produced on Arrested Development. Again, like a show that are you guys like just not familiar with TV from
Not really.
from pre-COVID?
Probably
No.
not.
All right,
Different generation.
so he wrote and produced season 3 of Arrested Development, which was a good season, not the garbage Netflix seasons when it came back. And so then finally, he wrote and produced a whole bunch of Futurama too. And you guys must have heard of Futurama.
I actually
Yeah.
just started watching it, yeah.
Any normal Futurama fan is going to ask, like, which version of Futurama? Was it the original run, or was it like when it came back and it was trash? And I've already said it kind of makes me excited because it was the original run, and he wrote probably the best episode of that entire series. So you guys aren't familiar with Futurama at all, right?
The tiny bit.
Man, you guys got to watch more TV for my generation so we can talk more and connect better.
Is The Walking Dead from your generation?
Kind of, yeah.
Oh, I love that show.
I'm watching that. I'm in season 2 right now. And
Rick
then
loves
I'll
the
go
show,
through
too.
30 Rock.
It's kind of downhill from
Yeah,
there.
I always think of like the Rick of being you, like in the show.
Because I'm the leader.
Just
I'm
because
awesome
you're
and
the
you
only
look up
other
to me?
Rick I know. No, it's just the name.
And you die in season 9, right?
Exactly.
But no. Anyway, just to wrap up this Futurama rant I'm going on. He wrote the episode "Luck of the Fryish," so hopefully someone out there is listening is on IMDb. It's ranked number 2 of all the ratings, and it's only number 2 because the number 1 has like a sad dog thing, so it gets a fake little bump from that. But it does kind of give me hope that like he knows how to write a decent, compelling, interesting story, and hopefully that can be brought to the Clash Netflix series.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Yeah, and beyond that, we don't know anything. We don't know when. We don't know like how long is it going to be. Like 3 episodes? Is Netflix going to cancel it immediately? Will it even actually get made? You know, I'd originally written it off, but then now that I looked into the guy who's the head writer, I'll give it a chance.
But I'm psyched. I'm happy for it. Can't wait. As long as they don't do like cliffhangers or stuff like that. All right. Should we get some Clash?
Yeah. We can talk about Clash. They put the blog post out, and there's actually kind of a lot of info in it for this whole season. It has dates and a little bit of info, kind of teasing everything that's coming out this season. More than I thought we'd be able to really talk about. So I had to edit our little plan this morning to add some of this stuff in. But let's knock out the cosmetics first. Are you guys a fan of the black and white noir kind of aesthetic?
Yes, I think it's pretty great.
I like it. At first, when the calendar came out, I was a bit confused. I was like, "Wait, is this did they forget to add the coloring or something?" But then I saw the pink. I was like, "Nah."
The scenery is actually pretty cool. There's a lot of fun little details in it. The black and white is, I don't know, like I thought I was gonna not like it once it's filled in with the village, but I think it works.
Yeah, it's different. I like it.
Skins are cool. We had talked about guns in Clash at some point in the last couple of years. I remember it came up, but now full on, like Queen has a little Tommy gun kind of thing going.
I wish it was the size of a legendary scenery though.
Yeah, so we got legendaries were September and then April.
February.
It feels like it was more recent. I don't know, but yeah, you think I don't know, like 2 a year kind of feels like the pace from that, or do you think maybe we get 2 more this year?
You know, I was hoping we could get one every month.
That's
just so you can buy them all.
like I don't know that they want to do that either, because it's a lot of money to spend, and I think the assumption is like once you buy one of the legendary ones, you're a lot less likely to buy the monthly ones. And then, did you notice any of the posts about they changed an aspect of the default like classic scenery to reference the Dark Days scenery?
I saw that post, and I'm pulling up my village now, and it looks like there's a little corner that's black and white.
Yeah, it's a little like street light.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I hope they keep doing that, just to like show off a little bit of something and keep it interesting for all the free to play players. But getting into the rest of it, they also dropped a hint for the debt collector troop.
What does it say?
It says, let me look up the quote. June 10th to the 30th in the Dark Deal Metal event, do business with a shady hero and get the debt collector temporary troops added to your army. They loot twice as much as regular goblins, and then the resource storage buildings will get a new look for that too. Which you can see that on the calendar, the little gold storage one.
So does that mean we could double the entire loot of a village?
So I don't know what kind of details we're allowed to get into just yet. I think we just I feel more comfortable just reading what it says. Did you get around during any of the tests to play with the debt collector?
No, I saw him, but I didn't really play with him. I know you like playing with tiny men, so
it's gonna be an interesting event and seeing how people use it.
Is it how similar or different from the Gold Rush event is it, or can you not say?
No, it's part of like the monthly like metal event.
The metal. Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then they also in this the blog post, it's in the news tab in the game too. They also dropped the name of the new epic equipment to confirm that. The Dark Crown is listed in there as well as part of the next challenge.
Dark Crown. I wonder which hero that's going to go to.
Yeah. We can't get into the details just yet.
Dark Crown.
Had you played with that one yet?
No. In fact, I don't even remember what it does.
I think I'll just say I'm really excited for it. I think it'll be a fun one.
But twice as much as regular goblins. Is that the debt collector? Is that?
Yeah,
That's not. I mean, is that compared to super goblins? Is that good or bad? Do we know? Do we care?
I couldn't figure out a great use for them testing, but I'm sure someone will.
All right.
But I know they're going to be implemented in a fun, cool way still. So, but you guys will have to wait and figure that out for yourselves. We got controllable heroes too. Have you guys done that challenge this morning yet?
Yeah, I did it twice.
Yeah, no, I guess we should say controllable hero because it is just the one level. And I saw a lot of people disappointed that there wasn't like a whole, series of challenges with them.
Yeah, I really like that. That was really cool, like a different way of playing Clash. I had someone sit next to me while watching me while I was doing that challenge, and they're like, "Wait, is that still Clash? Did it look so different?"
It wasn't a tough one either. It's funny that it's all still like the Christmas theme for everything, like all the candy canes all over stuff, and like you pop the presents. But it's a fun little interesting challenge, and it's good to see like it wasn't just a feature that they used and immediately abandoned. Because this is the third time we've had it, right? Or was no? This is just the first time it's been back since Christmas,
time.
right? Yeah, this is
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was.
The
Yeah, I know. I was confused because at Christmas it came in like two different drops. Because there was the first set and then the second set.
Yeah, but it was the whole like series thing.
No, but you guys haven't taken a crack at it yet. Try and solve it.
I'm trying to do it right now, and it's pretty dang hard.
Got a good tip because right when I went live, Trample posted his solution on Reddit, and I kind of watched the video, and I think there's like one key tip there that if you do that, the rest goes fine usually. So that's how I solved it.
What is it?
So thanks, Trample. It's basically if you go, so you drop the queen, you go a bit right, like upright, and then you want to use the ability to get the Super Yetis in the top left. To get them released, and once you have that, then you take care of the Inferno and the two monoliths with the Valks and the rest, and that goes easy. So as long as you get those Yetis, I've found it mostly works out.
Yeah, it's one that where like you kind of can keep your queen central and then let the troops that you release kind of work on their own. I did it differently than Trample too. Like he normally sends me his solutions, and I was surprised we didn't end up doing it the same way because it feels like it's really tempting you to use your giant arrow to pop all the Zapquake area because that wipes out that whole corner. But I don't know, it's a fun one. I'm really glad to see Controllable Heroes back. But the big news of last month that we didn't get a chance to talk about, they're nerfing the Eternal Tome.
Nuh-uh, they are reworking the Eternal Tome, actually.
How is that not a nerf though?
The nerf's a strategy, but that's it.
Since the beginning, like you've just used it to get your blimp to the town hall, and now you can't. You can't really do that anymore. For me, that's a nerf. I'm really mad about that because that's like the central part of my attack strategy.
Are you like a blimp dragon guy?
I'm a blimp dragon guy with the 3 Yetis in the blimp, yeah, and then clone the 3 Yetis.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I was gonna ask, are you cloning? I think you're fine. I think you'll be fine, dude. Honestly, like. Playing around with
my blimp takes so many black mines. It's not. I don't know. Like it feels risky, especially if it's on the other side of the map with a tornado trap and all.
All you got to do is wait on that blimp a little bit, and that's kind of it. On the whole, it does feel like a nerf. It really does. So, detail wise, everyone's probably already familiar with it, but we'll just say the ability got longer at all levels by 0.2 seconds, but the immunity ends 1 second after exiting the aura. But also, troops that enter the aura, or if your warden catches up, like they are granted that immunity during the ability time, which is only like 8 seconds, a little less at max. So I don't know. It nerfs long range blimps, but it's also a buff to the lava loon puppet because that was one of the biggest complaints about it. People always said the Eternal Tome should cover the lava loons as they spawn, but it didn't. So lava loon got a little buff.
So is this Supercell's way of trying to get us to use more Lava Loon Puppet? Is that not getting enough love?
What I suspect is that like they always base things off of success rate and use rate, and the way the game is right now, like the Eternal Tome has got to be one of the most commonly used pieces of equipment, and there's just high win rates across the board, but probably especially with that. It brings the way that the Warden Aura works for other equipment. It brings it in line with that. So things can exit and leave the aura normally on the other stuff. And this just makes it a common mechanic across them all. The buff to the Lava Loon puppet is real nice as well. I think it really does help out Lava Loons. It does feel like a significant nerf to it overall. And when I first heard it, I was pretty like, oh, come on, man, you guys can't do that. But yeah, like after thinking about it for a minute, like, hey, I've been one of the people saying like the game's too easy for a long time now. And to bring those hit rates down and to make it a little more challenging, I think changes like these are necessary, whether I kind of like it or not. So I'm on board with it. And also, like, it doesn't really change that much. It really doesn't. You delay your blimp. You're still chaining clones along for a lot of distance. You got to be a little bit smarter with it. Liam, you'll adapt in like a day. You'll be fine.
That's good. Thanks, Vic. Yeah, I was just gonna say you convinced me actually. I mean, first of all, it's not like I could affect this change anyway. So you gotta either adapt to the change and accept it, embrace it, or just keep complaining about it forever. But actually, when you said it'll bring it more in line, like it'll make it more consistent with the Warden's other abilities, I was like, yeah, I'm all for consistency. So that's you got me.
Something cool I learned, if anyone is interested in how these things work under the hood, what it does now is every 10th of a second, it assigns every troop in its aura 1 second of invulnerability. So it's just constantly like giving troops 1 second of invincibility as long as the ability is active. And then so when you leave, that's why they still have a second of it left. And then when they come back in, they get it again. Which is cool. Like, I never really thought about how that works mechanically, but I don't know. Cool. That's something I learned.
I love that, programming-wise.
Because knowledge is power.
Exactly.
Another weird reference you guys probably won't get.
That's a common quote, no? Or,
What was it?
Knowledge
is power.
Is that Game of Thrones?
Yes, it was. I'm
a huge Game of Thrones fan.
That was Tyrion Lannister said that.
I drink and I know things.
Yeah, and then she says, I think her response is power is power or something like that.
Power is power.
Oh, wait. Yeah, so I was joking, but they might have actually used that line in Game of Thrones now that you bring it up. But yeah, it does go way, way further back.
Yeah, good show.
Like, I don't know if it was knowledge is power, but anyway, like, dude, man, it bugs me that like you guys didn't see any of the shows I already brought up. Like, what what animation like have you guys seen that you think is like peak animation that you're gonna end up comparing it to?
None.
Family Guy?
Cartoons.
You're gonna compare it against Family Guy?
I mean, that's the only cartoon or animation that I really know or watched.
Like, you never watched BoJack?
Oh no, no. I've seen clips of it because you recommended it, but not the full series. Netflix
is capable of making good animated shows if they get good writing and good direction. So I'm optimistic. I'm still honestly not expecting to love it just because I've never cared for any of the other animated stuff. Like the books, the fifth comic book just came out, the Books of Clash. Haven't even read the first one that I got. Because I don't know, I'm just not too into the lore of it all.
I'd read it if I could like have it available without buying it, but I don't think that's an option. So
I'll give it a chance.
I mean, like I'm a big fan of Clash of Armor just because it's Clash and it's funny. but I'm expecting the Netflix show to be similar to that.
All right, you guys ready to start burning through questions?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so we had lost a lot of. There was a recording glitch on the server from the bot that we use, and we lost a lot of the questions that we covered last time. So I saved those. So some of these are pretty old, but specific ad had asked our thoughts about converting the clan castle cake to a potion and then removing the snack version of it. Would you guys rather have that as a potion?
Absolutely, yeah.
I mean, yeah, it feels a little messy that we got magic items and then magic snacks. It just feels disorganized.
Yeah, it feels too powerful as a potion, but I mean, it's easily the best snack, I think. I'm saying that because I have the luxury of having max heroes and max equipment, so that one doesn't really do anything for me, but clan castle cake is nice. Next one, Christian APK says, now that we have all supercharges, did they release them too early?
I think they did, but then
Well,
again, I don't really use
If
them
they
that much.
release them too late, the next town hall is right around the corner, so they should be released with the town hall itself.
Is it right around the corner?
Like December.
Yeah, probably November, December again, I think is what everyone's expecting. I will rail on this every chance I possibly get because I don't think supercharges should have come out with every single level of stuff that happens. Like, I wish that we were getting to the stage of Town Hall 17 now that was releasing supercharges. I think the original levels should have just been this strong or stronger. And then now we're getting like in the last 4, 5, 6 months, however long until Town Hall 18, like this is when we could really ramp up the difficulty, and supercharges were a way to do that and keep us busy through the end of the Town Hall. I wish we would have got the bulk of the supercharges between now and the fall.
Yeah, I don't really like supercharges personally, unless the resource collected ones, because those actually add increased resource production and storage, I think.
Yeah, at least we haven't lost
at least
those.
for the first two.
I mean, now that like loot's easier than ever, those also are less important.
That's true, but I'm always stuck in the every little penny counts mentality.
All right. Speaking of the next release, Kat had wanted to know, do you feel that Supercell is rushing to release new town halls? It seems like there's less and less time spent at each town hall level, and players are losing the opportunity to explore what is actually available to them at each town hall level.
I think so, yes. That's actually why I kind of want to have one max town hall at each level. So I can always just switch to that one and kind of experience what it's like again.
I like it. It's nice to have the same month every year give us a town hall, something to look forward to. Before, it was just way too long. The 18-month stretch felt just never ending. But I like the yearly releases way better.
Yeah, I like the consistency and the predictability. I like, knowing, ahead of time, even without knowing, like when I need to start stockpiling resources and magic items and such. I've been a max player since Town Hall 11 was the max Town Hall. So I've been having to deal with, long stretches of nothing to do most of those years. So I do appreciate the overall spacing of new content released for the max Town Halls. But I know, like, part of Kat's question too was like about the drive of people needing to race through that to catch up to the max Town Hall. And are they losing out on the experience of lower town halls? And as much as I want to say yes, because I loved playing at Town Hall 7 when learning drags at Town Hall 7 took a little bit of effort. It was always easy. But then Town Hall 8, you actually had to try. And Town Hall 9 was so awesomely balanced. And Town Hall 10 was impossible. But then they fixed it. And I don't like, I lived through the peak era of each of those town halls, so I really have a lot of, rose-colored glasses when I think about them. But it's just that's not the state of those town halls now. They're all rushing through them. I don't think you're losing anything because it's all so stupidly easy. and there isn't balanced gameplay, and you can just drag your way through all of them. Where, like, when I look at it, I don't even know what's fun about those lower levels anymore for people. So I get why they want to rush up to the top town halls. But I don't know. I just think overall it's kind of a weird, sad state. That I don't know. I don't know what they can do about it if they're, especially as they're wanting to add a town hall every year. Like every new town hall we get kind of diminishes the value of the time spent at lower town halls, and they have to compress the upgrade times of all that stuff. Like I really think we just need like a level squish of some kind to eliminate a lot of the frankly useless time spent down there, and just get more people up to the max town hall faster. All right, and I hope that covers that. Right. The Crimson King said, especially at higher town halls, upgrade times have been increasing drastically with the addition of the builder helper and research assistant. Do we think that they offer a somewhat good amount of time reduction, though we are limited to how many times they can be used? Is it viable at high town halls? Just overall, how do you guys feel about the value of the helpers?
I think they're very valuable and helped me a lot at least, especially because I max them, and since then it just feels like they're saving me so much time.
Yeah, I really like the helpers in terms of helping, but I wish they incorporated it with Builder Base and threw them over there. That would have worked better. But yeah, I think they're great.
Yeah, as much as Builder Base needs, like, because Builder Base is a slog and it takes forever. Most of that's just the gathering resources and having limited builders, and I don't know, like the whole Builder Base progression needs a huge overhaul. But also, like, why? Because it's going nowhere. So like, do you need to get to the end faster just to never play it again? It would be nice, but you're just giving in to like completionists who don't want to continue it anyway. So I get why it wouldn't be a priority if that were the reasoning. Overall, I think the helpers I think they cost way too many damn gems for the value they give you. Like, yeah, they last forever, and as long as the game's alive, the value gets proportionally better the longer you have them. Builders are obviously more important for gems. Epic equipment is a better use of gems. Probably cosmetics, if you're into that kind of thing. It's the helpers are a quality of life, convenience factor thing, and they cost $120 or whatever, for however many total gems, and I don't know if that's worth it.
It'd be great if there was like a little banner that said how much time you've saved total since the start. Oh wait,
we got told the intention was to bring back the time saved, at least for the Builder Apprentice, but I don't know if that's ever gonna happen at this point, because that was just crazy bugged. I've seen a lot of ideas for other things it could display that might be useful, just to reinforce like the value you have received for your 6,500 gems on him. It would also be kind of cool to have like tracking for the alchemist for how much you've converted, even just to see like big numbers somewhere.
Yeah, I'm into all those kind of stats.
Yeah. Fun. I like stats, man. I like seeing how much use we're getting out of this stuff.
Especially like the stats they post on Twitter, like where they say like, oh, during this event, 1 billion walls were destroyed or something like that. Those are very cool.
Elephanto Chan, how would the community react if the devs get a brain rot skin or some other form of Gen Alpha humor inspired content in the game?
Yeah, I need a brain rot set immediately. Italian too.
Spencer, are you considered Gen Alpha, or are you like you're more of a Zoomer, right?
Yeah.
Considered, but I feel like Spencer's more closer to Gen Alpha just because students.
Yeah, all my kiddos are Gen Alpha.
Dude, and that's gonna shift and change too. Like when I was a kid, like when I was your age, like I was not a millennial. I wasn't really Gen X, but like definitely like millennial was like those dumb little kids that are younger than me. And now like the way they define it, I'm squarely in the middle of millennial, maybe on the higher end, but
oh yeah,
I don't like it. Because millennials suck. But like brain rot stuff in the game, like what are we talking, like a skibbity toilet, just scanning scenery? What even is the other Gen Alpha humor crap?
The Italian brain rot.
Italian.
The tung tung tung's the whore. We got tra-la-little, tra-la-la.
Dude, I mean, dude, put whatever goofy sounds you want in the game, dude. And I think I would have to imagine most people my age are not playing with the sound on.
Oh God, Spencer, the image you just sent.
That's exactly what it is. No, I love this stuff though.
I would enjoy seeing all that nonsense just to watch the chaos on the subreddit over it.
Hey, Bob the cat gets it.
All right. All right, next one up. I still wonder if this month or next are we getting some collabs. New temp troops, defenses, slight buffs, give fighting chance, lower town hall. This is like a bunch of random stuff, but we're not aware of any collaborations that are coming up. Hopefully there are. I mean, I think collaborations are fun. They've been good for the game. I think the WWE one was massive. People really enjoyed that.
I did want to say, I didn't know collaboration skins do not return to the shop.
Oh yeah, something I hadn't really thought about until the WWE stuff happened, because I know there's like music. That's what keyed me into wondering. It's because I know like music licensing often expires. Another awesome show that you guys have never watched was Scrubs. And if you watch like Scrubs now, like a lot of the music is different because they didn't have to get like streaming rights to the songs when they originally had them. And then once we started asking those questions, we found out, okay, yeah, like the Howland skins not coming back. A lot of the WWE stuff isn't coming back because they don't have long-term licensing rights for that. So if you wanted them, hopefully you got them. Do you think they should have been clear about that from the start?
I think, yeah, a bit more transparency goes a long way.
Remember when skins were new and they had like one-time offer written on them and like exclusive, and people assumed that they would never come back, and then however long down the road a skin came back and people freaked out?
Mm-hmm.
So, maybe they're just gun shy over that situation. It would have been cool just to say like, hey, this one's probably not ever coming back from the get-go, so people don't have that hope and expectation that a year from now they can get them. What are your thoughts on some troll skins, such as the Wallbreaker Queen or other characteristics people hate about the heroes in the form of a skin? Wallbreaker Queen, I think, would be awesome. Like Golem King is one of my favorite all-time skins too. So I would like to see more stuff even like that, even if it's not just a direct troll. But I think the Wallbreaker Queen would do well. But now they want to put everything in a full set and match it with the scenery and make it a whole overall aesthetic. So I'm wondering how that would work in.
I like the ideas of having full set, but I really like the Golem skin. Looks just so cool.
Golem King's legit. I should put that back on. I've been rocking my my CWL League skin King forever.
I've been using the snake ones we got.
I used those for a long time, and then I picked up the High Seas one because I actually liked it. All right, next up, Hawk asked, what do you think about Supercell shouting out the Discord in-game? They've been doing that. Like the Discord's always been linked in-game. I think they added another, hey, recruiting message in the front, right?
As a full banner ad, yeah.
Yeah. And also, when Cart showed me that, my first reaction was, man, the icon for the barb, when you blow it up that big, it looks bad. It looks cool as the tiny little, a tiny little Discord icon that I'm used to seeing forever. But then you blow it up in game in huge, and it's I know it looks way worse.
Yeah, when I saw it, I didn't register. I was just like, oh, I see this every day. I don't that. Just seems so normal to me. I had them.
I know, technically, I'm an admin in this Discord server too. So, right when that went up, my phone started going wild with all the little you're getting raided notifications. Because I think 25,000 people joined that day or something when that
Just
ad
thanks
went
for
up in
that.
the game. It was
Wow.
some huge number. Cart, what was it? I see carts here. These guys probably know. But yeah, it was a ton.
20K.
I was like, my phone was going off all that morning. I was like, man, I hope these guys know what they're doing because I'm not touching any of this.
34,000 so far, he says. That's huge.
Like this server's up to like well over 200,000, right? You're gonna have to start pruning people. I get tempted, man. Hit
315,000.
that prune button. I see it. I see it all the time. Just because I know, like, that cart's already freaking out. Like, dude, like when
Don't
it
say the
has
C
to
word.
happen, cart. When the pruning has to happen, I want to be the guy to press the button. It's been my lifelong dream to blow something up, and this is probably the closest I'll ever get. I'll ever get to being able to do it. Like, push the plunger down and knock a building down, kind of thing. Just deleting 200,000 people off this server would be amazing.
You could probably do it in Clash events server.
Yeah, less fun because it's so much less people. All right, guys, what are your thoughts on regional pricing affecting future Gold Pass or Event Pass donations? They're affecting it now.
Yeah, I don't like it. I see so many posts about it as well. I'm just like, I don't know what to say. Just
So I know you can't donate passes from a cheaper location to a more expensive location. Obviously,
can you donate from a expensive look? Wait, no, the other way around.
I saw that asked this morning in the creator spots because people were bringing up that they weren't able to, and then we got the answer. Yeah, you can't buy them cheap and give them to someone more expensive. But then they said one of the guys said like the block might work both ways. That wasn't a for sure answer, so who knows? But there's a lot of things that could like screw up donating passes and give errors, and they're never specific as to what the cause is, which is frustrating. You're not in a weird cheaper spot, are you, Liam?
Don't think so. No, probably more expensive.
I don't know, man. Like part of me is like, dude, if the U.S. economy keeps doing what it's doing, dude, maybe I'll get a cheaper Gold Pass a year from now. Probably never. Yeah, it's more expensive in the EU because taxes and VAT and nonsense. But I mean, like, I still pay sales tax on mine.
I still can't get around how the sales tax isn't included in the price. Like that's just bonkers to me.
So, like, who cares? You Europeans bring this up all the time. Like
because it's like if you have $20, you should be able to say, yeah, this costs less than 20. I can afford it. If not, it's like, oh man, just
yeah, okay.
why
Like,
complicate things when they're simple?
Like also, we've all adapted to be able to do 10% math in our head. You're like, oh, this thing costs $20. Sales taxes, it's always in between 8 or 9%. So you just say, okay, 10% of $20. You can do that math in your head if you're a fourth grader. It's not a big deal.
The whole point of like progressing and making things more efficient is so that you don't have to do math in your head. Sure, we can all have a calculator, but why bring a calculator when you just change the price?
Like, I'm not saying I prefer it this way. I'm saying it's not a big deal. And the second you get 3 things in your cart to buy something, that goes out the window anyway. No one keeps a running total as they're walking around a grocery store. 100% of people are surprised by that exact number on the cash register when you get up there. It doesn't matter in the end. It's not a big deal.
For some people, I'd say. For most people, maybe.
All right, yeah, that does kind of wrap up all the Clash talk. So, you guys have any parting comments or shout outs?
There's this creator code Spencer. Use that at checkout.
You know what? I will go. I think I saw like a 99-cent deal that looked okay. Yeah, 99 cents, dude. I'm going to pop Code Spencer in right now and buy myself 2 builder potions.
Wow,
just for
so
you.
Generous. Thanks
Just for you, buddy.
We should all be like Rick.
Hey, it adds up. I want to know who out there, one person bought something in Heyday once in the last month. I want to know who out there is listening to old cool Rick playing Heyday. And shout out and thank you.
Yeah, most of my students play like Brawl Stars and Clash Royale, but they be using my code. I see.
Yeah. Extra credit for bringing in receipts for Code
Oh yeah,
Spencer.
I should do that.
Shout out to Trampo for the challenge tutorial. That was very helpful.
Oh yeah, I know. Dude, I was hoping to shout out. My guy who plays for. There's a dude who plays for MMG, who and their team had made it to the final round. That's playing this weekend, and then at the last minute, apparently one of their alts got disqualified, and at least only that person got a 1-year ban. But yeah, unfortunately, for my buddy C-Man and the rest of the MMG team, they all got disqualified from this month, but they will get to play in the next qualifier and all the others. So hopefully they can make it back up there. But yeah, anyway, the finals are starting soon. Are you guys gonna go watch?
I did yesterday just to get the rewards.
Oh yeah, it's starting like right now.
Soon, yeah.
All right, anyway, and that wraps it up. We will catch you. The next one's probably going to be the update one. So yeah, we will see you in a couple weeks.
See you, everyone. Bye.
All right, bye.